Hi everybody. So let us continue from the topic where we have left in last session. Okay. Now remember one thing, when time period reduces, it means it will take less time to complete one oscillation. It means it will be faster. Remember, when time period increases, it means it is taking more time to complete one oscillation. It means it becomes slower. Okay. This is what we have done so far. Okay. Time period of a charge placed on the axis of a charged ring. Okay. Spring mass system, you know this, M by K. These are the general things that we have discussed earlier. Potential energy. Okay. See this part. Energy density. Energy density is 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. Remember, in real life, we are having energy density. We multiply it with the volume to get the energy. Right? So depending on the requirement of energy, we are adjusting volume. And electric energy density is given by 1/2 epsilon 0 E square, while magnetic potential energy is given by B square by 2 mu 0. Rho B is B square by 2 mu 0. And if we have medium other than air, then it is epsilon 0 air, epsilon r, sorry. Okay. This we know. Electrostatic pressure we know. Okay. Just go through this page. Remember page number 40. This is of soap bubble. Fine. Surface tension is how surface tension is related in case means with the charge density as well as the radius of a bubble, right? Suppose we want to find the inner pressure, then outer pressure plus 40 by R, that is surface pressure due to surface tension, and this is electrostatic pressure. Excess pressure inside, P in minus P out is given by this, and because of the excess pressure inside, soap bubble increases in size. Fine. Many students understand in a different way, like due to the repulsive force it expands, but due to this concept. Then when excess pressure is 0, this is the situation. You can expect this in your examination. Just remember it as a formula. Just go through this. Dipole we know. You just go through the notes given to you, basic concepts only. Okay, potential energy of two charges is given by this. We know this. We will take all possible pairs. We know number of pairs will be n into n minus 1 by 2. Suppose you have n charges and you want to find the total potential energy of a system, then you need to find all possible pairs. Pairs can be found by n into n minus 1 by 2. Fine. For mathematics students, it is NC2, selection of 2 out of n. Charge sphere potential energy, we did it inside the classroom. This one, okay. We have reached to this, fine. Dipole. Okay, just go through this table to have a better understanding. The table given at the page number 46. Write down the page number so that at a later level you can go through it. Electric flux, we know it is an surface integration of an electric field, or it can be given by sigma q by epsilon 0 by using Gauss law. Remember, that is true only for a symmetric distribution of charges. Sorry, it is true for all the distribution, but normally we use it for the symmetric distribution, because otherwise this integration part becomes very difficult. So when we are given a charges, then we use sigma q by epsilon 0 if we can manage the Gaussian surface that we discuss in detail. The long topic. Okay, this we have done it inside the classroom in detail. I have taken around 2+ session for only electric flux. Though if you have any query related to electric flux, you just write down so that I can spend more time on it. Yeah, energy of a conductor or a capacitor. This is a useful formula. Okay, let us discuss this thing. Suppose we have a small drop. It has charge q and radius r. So what is potential on it? That is kq by r. Now what do? We combine n small drops. So it becomes bigger drop. Now remember, total charge will be nq. Remember, radius is not equal to nr. Here volume will be added. So new volume, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube, equal to n times the volume of a small drop. So 4 by 3 pi will get cancelled, and r equal to cube root of n into r. Fine. Now if you want to find the potential of a big drop, V4 potential, that is kq by r. Remember, q is total charge and radius is cube root of n into r. So that will be n raised to 2 by 3. kq by r will be the potential of a small drop. You can expect question based on this in your entrance exam. If you pay for our notebooks, you will find this concept in notebooks also. Okay, let us go for the next theoretical concept. This is the energy difference, initial energy and final energy. Now if you want the energy, 1/2 CV square. If you want to find potential, let us discuss that also so that you can have a clear understanding. Suppose we want to find capacitance, that is kq by r mu. Q is nq and r is n raised to 1 by 3 r. Sorry. By mistake, I've written the formula for potential. We are discussing about capacitance. Capacitance is 4 pi epsilon 0 r. That is 4 pi epsilon 0. R will be n raised to 1 by 3 r. So it will be n raised to 1 by 3 small drop. Okay. Energy is 1/2 CV square or Q square by 2C. You can use any formula. You will get the energy concept. Fine. That energy formula is given over here. That is n raised to here proof is given to you, put the values and get the answer. Then find out change in potential energy. You can remember this formula or you can understand also. I don't think once you have a clear idea, it will take more than 15-20 seconds to recall it in examination. Then it will be just substitution, right? Okay. This is what we have discussed in MCQ discussion. Suppose we connect them, the charge will flow from higher potential to lower potential till their potential become equal. So we have discussed this. If you recall, charge is proportional to the radius. So 2, 2 and 1, 1. Rest is as it is. Common potential. This is very useful formula. C1V1 plus C2V2 upon C1 plus C2. This is also very useful formula. During this process, when charge flows from one body to another body, energy will always be lost. The energy loss formula is 1/2 C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2. The formula is given here, V1 minus V2 square, right? It means V1 is the potential of first one, V2 is the potential of second one. When we connect this two, the charge will flow from higher potential to lower potential. We don't know which potential is higher of V1 or V2, but whichever is higher. During this process, energy will always be lost. We have discussed few MCQs based on this in our regular study also. Capacitor or conductor, C equal to Q by V or Q equal to CV. Energy stored in capacitor, the formula is same as that. Dielectric means an insulator. These concepts we have discussed. Dielectric constant is electric field in air upon electric field in a medium. Then the basic concept that we have already discussed. Okay, this one is good. Suppose the plates of a capacitor are separated by a distance d, then its potential is given by epsilon 0 A by d. But suppose we are introducing a dielectric between two plates. If entire region of a two plates is covered by the dielectric, then capacitance becomes K times, remember. But suppose we are putting dielectric only for a width T, as shown in figure, then the capacitance is given by this formula. Epsilon 0 A by D minus T plus T by K. Suppose T equal to D, then it will be cancelled. You will get this formula only. T equal to T, you get the above formula only, right? Instead of one, suppose we have more, then we will continue with the concept. Like for a first one, we have D minus first one T1, the second one T2. Then D1 by K1 for first one, T2 by K2 for second one, and onwards. Okay. If it is metal, then K is infinity for metal. So if you put infinity here, then it becomes 0, epsilon 0 A upon D minus T. So this is same as what we have discussed so far. Yeah, force of between the plates of a capacitor. It means force acting by one plate on another plate, or force acting between two plates, one and the same. You should remember this energy density concept we have already discussed. Okay, this is good one. Let us discuss it separately. Okay. Suppose this is a capacitor. This is a arrangement. In first one we have battery disconnected. In second one battery remains connected. In both our aim is fixed. We want to introduce dielectric between the plates. If you recall, we have drawn this figure this way. Here also we do the same thing. We want to introduce dielectric between plate of a capacitor. Here battery not connected, here battery is connected. Remember, in either case capacitance becomes K times. You can expect question based on this. If I am a paper setter of a NEET or JEE, me, and I definitely include question based on this concept. So concentrate properly. Remember, here battery is disconnected. It means charge cannot flow anywhere, so charge will remain as it is. Here battery is connected, it means potential remains as it is. Now we know that Q equal to C dash V dash. Charge as it is, C becomes K times, it means potential becomes 1 by K times. Here potential remains as it is, it means charge becomes K times. In first case, battery is not connected. If you wish to find energy, you can use any formula, 1/2 CV square, Q squared by 2C, or 1/2 Q. It's up to you. Suppose I am using 1/2 CV square. Now C becomes K times, V becomes 1 by K times, but it is due to square, it is 1 by K square. So new potential energy will be U by K. Here new potential energy, suppose I am using 1/2 C square. C becomes K times and V remains constant. It becomes K times for actual one, right? It means here we are doing work. In either case, there is a force of repulsion acting on a dielectric by the capacitor. It will push upward, it won't attract it. So in either case, you have to do work. In a second case where battery is connected, whatever work you are doing will be stored as a energy of a capacitor. You can see this. But in first case, the question must arise where the work has gone. Suppose we are doing work, though energy reduces. Whatever work you are doing, that will be utilized to keep charge in the capacitor constant. It means work will be done on the battery also, right? Okay, just go through this table. If you have any query, let me know separately. Okay, this is what we have discussed. Fine. Remember, this one is the capacitance when outer one is charged, so outer one is provided in earthing. That is 4 pi epsilon 0 AB upon B minus A. Fine. This will be the case when inner sphere is been provided in earthing. That is 4 pi epsilon 0 B square upon B minus A. Yeah, I expect this formula only for JEE students. JEE students, you should remember this 2 pi epsilon 0 L log B by A. This is for a cylindrical capacitor. Now grouping, we know that the formula for the equivalent capacitance for a capacitor when they are connected in series is given by this expression. Now when two capacitors are connected, it is V proportional to 1 upon C. So when we have 1 here, we have 2 here, we have 2 here, we have 1 here, rest is as it is. Okay, suppose we have n plates of a capacitor. N plates of a capacitor means there are 4 capacitors connected in series. When capacitors are connected in series, the new capacitance is C by N. Remember here N is the number of capacitors. So there are N plates, it means number of capacitors are N minus 1. N for number of capacitors. So you can, if you read properly, if you are very fresh during examination, you will surely realize there are few questions of very basic level. So you should be fresh. You should be cool, you should be calm during examination. Fine. Patient will surely pay you for the with the more marks. Fine. Capacitors connected in parallel, capacitance will be added. Fine. Here Q is proportional to C. So it means 1, 1, 2, 2. If n capacitor, then it is n times. Fine. Charge will be distributed. Okay, this kind of many questions we have discussed. Let us discuss one only for your understanding. Suppose we have 5 plates. First, third and fifth are connected to the left. Second and fourth connected to right. And I want to find equivalent capacitance. Suppose separation is D for all and plate area is A for all. Remember, these are the metallic plates. So those all are equipotential surfaces. These all are A. These all are B. Equipotential surfaces. So this is between AB. This is between AB. This is between AB. This is between AB. It means 4 capacitors are connected in parallel. So new capacitance will be 4 times than the individual capacitors. Okay. This is true only if alternate plates are connected. If alternate plates are not connected, suppose first is connected to fourth and second, third and fifth are connected, we have to draw an equivalent circuit, and I explain you in detail. Charging and discharging. The formula you should remember at this moment. We have discussed proof also. This is the formula for the charge. Charge during charging. This is the formula of potential during charging. Fine. Minus T by tau. Tau is a time constant which is given by RC. During discharging, this is the formula. This is the charging 1 won't come. The formula for the V. Here also 1 won't come. Rest is as it is. You should draw a graph accordingly. You know these are exponential functions, so you know the graph of an exponential function. If it is minus, and if this will be like this, if it is plus. Then if we put T equal to T, then it will be like this. What will be the charge after one time constant time? Then you will get this. Just go through it, basic understanding. Okay. Though if you have any question, you can ask me separately through a message. I'll explain in the next lecture. Let us finish the rest MCQ that we have not done last time. Okay, we did this, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we have found out this is F4, then it is 10 into 10 raised to minus 19, 10 raised to minus 18 comes over there, so it is 10 raised to minus 12. So that is 4 picometer. That is answer option D. Let me change the color of the pen. Let me see this one. Okay. A charge Q is fixed at a distance D in front of an infinite metal plate. This is infinite metal plate. The lines of force are represented by, remember, metallic plate is an equipotential surface. So electric field lines must be perpendicular to it. Here you can't find perpendicular. Here also you can't find perpendicular. So charges will, lines will be like this, and it will be attracted this way. So answer A is correct. Remember, it won't bend this way. Yes, answer is option A, correct. Okay, let us understand this. A 500 microfarad capacitor is charged at a steady rate of 100 microcoulomb per second. The potential difference across the capacitor will be 10 volt after an interval of, after what time it will be this? We want to find potential difference of a capacitor. I'm giving you 1 minute to solve this question. Give me the answer. Okay, good. Krupa, Dhruvi, Manan, Dipti, Damini, all side D. Kartavya. Okay, potential is 10 volt. So 3 and this minus 3, so it is 5. Sorry, it is microcoulomb. Okay, so we need 5 coulomb charge. And what is the rate of charge? 100 microcoulomb per second. 500 microcoulomb. Okay, 5 millicoulomb. So for 500 microcoulomb, it means 10 raised to minus 6. We need 1 second. So 5 millicoulomb means 5 millicoulomb. What is the time? The time will be 5 upon 10 raised to minus 3 upon 50 into 10 raised to minus 5. Sorry, it is 100. Times 100. 100 into 10 raised to minus 6. It is minus 4. Minus 4 goes up, that is plus 4, 50 seconds. Yes, answer option D is correct. Very basic level question. To find equivalent capacitance between A and B. Okay, I need to give circuit. I might have missed this circuit. Okay, let me find it. Here it is. Let me go circuit for you. Fine. I want to find equivalent capacitance between A and B. So these all are equipotential surfaces. So it will be A, it will be B, it will be P. Right? Let it be X, X, X. This is A, and let it be Y. Right? So let me see the arrangement. A, B. This is between A, B. This is between A, B. Now this is between A and X. This is between X and Y. This is between X and Y. Let me take Y somewhere here. X and Y. X and Y. Okay, this is between A and Y. Now battery is connected to A and B. So what happens? Charge will flow from positive terminal. It will not go here because the ends are connected to A only. So this has no significance. It means only these two are connected in parallel. So equivalent capacitance will be 2C. I hope it is clear. If it is not clear, see, we have discussed many circuits during regular class. Right? Okay. Question number 22. If it is not readable, that means send it for you. Okay. Now it is readable. I can see it on my mobile also. Okay, the radii of inner and outer spheres of a condenser are 9 and 10 centimeter respectively. It means concentric sphere. 9, sorry, 10, 9 and 10 centimeter respectively. We have a medium between two spheres. Whose dielectric constant is 6. The charge on the inner sphere, here charge is given, let it be Q. Then potential of the inner sphere will be if the outer sphere is provided an earth. So if outer sphere is provided an earthing, then potential outer sphere potential is 0. So we have the concept Q by C. So V will be potential difference, but outer sphere is in 0 potential. So inner sphere potential will be a potential. Now what is the formula for C? We have discussed it. That is 4 pi epsilon 0 AB upon B minus A. We have discussed it. If inner sphere is provided an earthing, then it is 4 pi epsilon 0 B square upon B minus A. If you put all this value, put the value and get the answer. Let me check the answer. This question number 22. Just type your answer. Very good. Uttam said B. Okay, Manan said B. Or said B is correct. B correct. Good. Remember everybody, you keep your mobile in front of you. Don't keep it, don't hold it on your hand. I want you to use your note pen to get the answer. Question number 23. In following figure, the charge on each condenser, yeah. Janki, correct. Answer is option B. Okay, I'm going for the next one. I'm not taking the image, is not. There are many students gave the answer, but I'm not reading all the names. Fine. In the following figure, the charge on each condenser in the steady state will be. Okay, we want to find the charge on each condenser. You can see that here we have capacitor, here we have capacitor. So once it is fully charged, no charge will flow, no current will flow through it. Once it is fully charged, no current will flow through this also. It means current will flow through only 4 ohm resistance. So in that case, once it is fully charged, current will be 10 upon 4 plus this 1 ohm. That will be 2 ampere. So current will be 2 ampere. Current is 2 ampere. It means what is potential difference here? 8 volt. That 8 volt is applicable everywhere. It means 8 volt is here also and 8 volt here also. It means there is no current here along 3 ohm resistances. So potential here is 0. It means 8 ohm is distributed equally between these two, sorry. So potential across each 3 microfarad capacitor will be 4 volt. Charge Q equal to CV. C is 3 microfarad and V is 4. So it is 12 microcoulomb is the correct answer of question number 23. Okay. In the circuit shown in figure, K is open. You can see that K is open. The charge on the capacitor C in the steady state is Q1. Okay, when charge on the capacitor, remember when it is open, current won't flow anywhere. So charge Q equal to CV, that will be CE. V equal to E when there is no current. Now when switch is closed, suppose switch is closed, it means current will flow this way. So potential difference across C will be same as the potential difference across 2R. So current in the circuit will be E by 3R. So potential difference across 2R will be 2 by 3e. So charge will be Ce, that is C 2 by 3e. Now we want Q1 upon Q2, that is 1 upon 2 by 3, that will be 3 by 2. Fine. Our meeting will get over in less than 10-15